Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. It's been, I think, 2 weeks that we didn't do a live call, so very happy to connect again with you all, whether you are joining us live on Zoom or on YouTube, or if you will be either listening or watching the replay. So thank you so much for your presence. And very happy, very excited that Jimmy Mack is back on the show. I think the last time he joined us, it was a year or 1.5 years ago. And it's like every time he joins us, like the experience with him, it's really, how to say, really powerful. And also I'm always impressed by the guidance he gives and the supports, the healing support that he gives to us, how to say, like for the live callers, like through the one-on-ones, through the guidance, and also my own experience with him on, I had several one-on-one sessions with him before, and he really helped me with some decisions in my life that turned out to be really, really amazing. And it's like the guidance he gives, it's really spot on and very accurate. And also I love the healing work that he does. So yeah, very excited that he's back. And for those of you who are new to Jimmy, he is a medical intuitive, spiritual life coach, and creator of My Liquid Fish, Change Made Simple. And today it will be about clearing the path to your success. And also we'll take, like the biggest part of the call will be about taking questions from you. So it will be mainly a live Q&A. So if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand by pressing reactions tab, then raise hand. And if you are on the phone, you can click on *9 to raise your hand. And also you can type your questions on the chat boxes on YouTube and also on Zoom app. And so with that, Jimmy, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here. We missed you before. We had a hurricane. For those of you who don't know, we're in Florida. So we had different things we had to postpone, and Mercury retrograde and full moons and just wildness. But that's okay. We're past that now. And I just consider it turbulent sometimes on the airplane. That's all. But it's going to get better. So happy to be with you live. We'll help and contribute to all the people that we can, of course. And I know we have a gift for folks today. They can click on that link and download it. You could also go to jimmymackhealing.com and you can sign up for our little newsletter. All it is you put in your email address and then your first name. And we'll also send you the My Liquid Fish kit for watching the program today. So it's kind of cool. It's got things in there. It's all in writing. It's a little ebook. There's video, audio, things. I call it things to read, watch, and listen to. So there you go. So you're welcome to do all that. We got a hand up, it looks like. So you want to grab any questions, please feel free to call in. Definitely chat with us. Or join us in any way you can. He mentioned all the different avenues. It's amazing nowadays what comes up and how you can get to us. So go for
it. Wonderful. Maybe just one question before we start taking callers is maybe for those who are new to it, if you would like to share a little bit about your work.
Yeah, a little bit about my work. I've been doing it for decades now. Took a lot of different healing modalities, of course, ThetaHealing, Reconnective Healing, Matrix Energetics, Yuen Method, Access Consciousness, you name it, I took it. I sat at the feet of some pretty famous people for a very long time. And so my joke's always been, I spent over a decade in 6 figures, so you don't have to. I had a near-death experience, and it was very profound. They took out my gallbladder, but they about killed me. They gave me too much anesthesia. So I was coding out every night in ICU, and I had very profound experiences from that. And so ever since then, I have pretty much a really strong connection with spirit, and I feel like I'm bridging both worlds. I wouldn't say it as bragging, but that's just kind of where I'm at. Everybody thinks it's cool, but you also have pretty much a TV or radio channel playing all the time. And much like you would go to Google, I'm going to go to Spirit and maybe make a polite request, we'll call it. And from that, we can change most anything. But we have a weekly newsletter, of course, jimmymackhealing.com. You can sign up there for it. And we do a lot of different things. We have a Zoom event like this every single month that people pile onto. We've written, I say we all collectively, 9 books total and about 35 or 40 audio MP3s, everything from sex to sleeping to work, job, career, maybe love, whatever have you. And when you play those audio MP3s, they're really loaded up with the 369 energy, of course, from Tesla. And that's kind of where we're at. And the frequency is very high on all our work. It just resonates that way. And so I feel like I co-create with spirit, and that's what makes the difference. Okay, thank you. And they're reminding me too, we're very heavily into the muscle testing, dowsing, applied kinesiology, if you will. That's our wheelhouse. So when people, if you can test with your fingers, that's great. If you want to use a little pendulum, that's fine too. For purposes today, if you don't have any of that, we'd have folks standing at strong mountain pose in yoga. Facing north seems to make a difference too. So we tell people that ahead of time. Also, being hydrated makes a difference too. We need to always be hydrated. We're about 70% water already, and most of us forget to drink enough water throughout the day. You know how that goes. But the more hydrated you are, the better. And I do everything from medical intuitive work to anything to do with, obviously, where there's energy. So love, relationships, work, job, career. Maybe you have questions, you're at a crossroad in your life, and we seem to do well with that. It's really a smattering of everything. Everybody asks, well, what do you specialize in? Gosh, it seems like everything, a little bit of all of it, you know, and that's the way it is. So we also have online courses. We have a basic course everyone takes, and then we have certified practitioners now worldwide that also do what I do. And if I tell everybody, if you can read, watch, and listen to the radio or the TV, you can figure this out in a hurry. So it's very simplistic, but it's very powerful. And that's what seems to make the difference. At the end of the day, all we're doing is moving the energy. I studied with Cam Yuen for many years, of course, and I'll never forget. And he always said there's only strength and weakness. And so it took me a long time to figure out what's he really saying. And what he's really saying is if we have a strong negative, we want to dissipate out the energy in that. And if we have something that we want to be more positive, but it's weak, we want to strengthen that so that things get better. So it doesn't matter if you're anywhere the energy flows short of a rock, you know, we can move it around for you, knock down the negative, download more positive. That's all I do all day long. So it's past our hobby. It's how we live.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Thank you. Yes. That's the short, that's the short version.
Yeah, of course. Wonderful. We already have people raising their hand, and yeah, just for those who just joined us. So we'll mainly take questions from you. So again, you can raise your hand on Zoom app by clicking reactions, then raise hand, or on the phone by clicking on *9, or you can type your question on the chat box on Zoom or on YouTube. And we have Kate. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Jimmy. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Kate?
Good. I have called in when you've been on other shows on Blog Talk Radio, so I'm a little familiar with the.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Well, it saves us all time. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Maybe a year or so. So I would like some clearing about I'm ready for the next career path, but I'm still have kind of like a lot of different balls in the air. So clarity on my next path and the right action steps towards that.
Yeah. And what are you doing now? What would you like to do? What are my choices?
I've been tried a nomad lifestyle. So I've been something completely different already. I really went outside the box, and I've been traveling around the US and house sitting.
Okay.
And it was great. And I saw so many things. And so now I want to do, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you what's next.
Okay. Well, if you told me doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, we could tell you exactly which one to be or do or go towards. If you don't know what's next, then we'll ask spirit to have it show up for you, obviously.
Yes,
And
that's what
with everybody really wants to strive for more discernment, decision-making ability, and direction in their lives. And, you know, as a man, Monsef, same way, I mean, you about got to hit us over the head. So I always tell them really crank up the volume so that we get it, right? As men, women are so much more intuitive, right? And so you get what I'm saying. So we want it to really show up for you. Well, go ahead and stand up. Let's rock some things out. Hopefully you can be due north. You want your feet about hip width apart. And as you know, it's going to pull you forward for yes, push you backwards for no. And since it's a live show, you can let folks know if you're going forward, back, or in between, and maybe what sensations you're experiencing. That would help. Otherwise, it's dead silence, and we don't want that on TV or video or radio. So if you just go ahead, let's ask for, well, let's go with clarity. Let's clear you and everybody on the call now or in the future for the replay. So you'll be our sweet guinea pig for the day. And you can just say, I am clear, and see if you go forward, back, or in between.
I am clear. Not moving at all.
Okay, so we're going to change that. I don't even get you're totally in your body, so we're going to change that. Download you back into your body, make that safe and comfortable. Let's go with my name is Kate and see if you get forward, back, or in between now.
My name is Kate. Yeah, forward on the toes.
Forward. Yay. Okay, good. And if you say my name's Nemo the fish, it should pull you backwards.
Remember that. My name is Nemo. Yes, on the heels.
Good. All right, good. And then go with I am clear and see if you go forward, back, or in between now.
I am clear. Slowly forward.
That's what we need. Yeah, and so what's happening is we're slowly putting you back in your body and having things line up better for you. Reverse energy, to me, it looks like the flowers down by you, the big sunflowers down by your feet, and the roots are up by your head. So we spun that around, and so that's why you're feeling it slowly go forward, because I know what's happening. It's pouring you into your body. And the second piece would be I am unclear. See if you go forward, back, or in between.
That was sharper movement back.
That's what we want it to be. And I call that really to be clear is to be clear of curses, spells, and hexes, everything Halloweenish that we pick up along the way. Unclear is really horrible things outside of that we may be unaware of that could be sticking us or keeping us blocked or stuck from forward progress. And now that's no too. If it were yes, we would just clear it, as you know. And the third one we always do is called I am running forward, which is body, mind, spirit, relationships, health, and money. We want to put the car in drive. So we'll say that now. I am running forward.
Yes, I'm going forward on that.
Outstanding. And we're having you do it for the entire call now or in the future, even on the replay. So it gets folks cleaned up energetically. So we'll jump right in and just say, I have discernment and direction in my life, and see if you go forward for yes, backwards for no, or stuck in the in-between.
Not moving.
Not moving. Okay, so we're going to go to the heavens, and all we're doing is tracing the fish. It's my liquid fish, change made simple. And that's what I'm doing right now. And then it's going to pull you forward to yes. And we're asking for discernment and direction in your life. Don't get blocks or weakness in that. Now there's going to be only strength. And we just changed it, and you should feel the drift forward.
Honestly, not so much.
That's okay. We're going to wait on it. Discernment is no. We're changing that to yes. Mm-hmm.
There's I'm feeling like nauseous in my throat chakra.
Well, we're going to give you more of the ability to speak up for what you want, and that's what that comes in as. You don't you test weak on discernment, and we're changing that to strength. And direction is weak or not there, and now it's strong. Now it's going to pull you forward to yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, and so you see, once we're in there, we got to figure out, we never know what's going to happen even during sessions or during this live piece, but we know it's going to be better than not doing anything at all. Let's put it that way. So good. It tests stronger now. We're going to ask that Spirit has the ideal position, work, job, career, if you will, show up for you when you least expect it. And we're changing that to a big yes. It'll pull you forward when it comes in. I just sent it. Should be there now.
Yes.
Excellent.
Right when you said that.
Good. Makes sense. You know
I
what
have
I'm doing.
I'm very clear to start with. I picture the people I want to work with, the
Okay.
energy I want to work with. I know the feelings I want to have at the job, but the title, the actual physical things is the part that I've lost the clarity.
Yeah, and so we want that to show up for you. And
Yes.
that's the goal of what's going to happen now. Now, and I know you can't lay on the couch and look out the window. You have to be proactive. Right. You have to get on the internet. You've got to apply for this, that, or the other thing. If it shows up and you go, that sounds interesting. And we want them to call you back and to make some forward progress so that things shape up for you. Where are you located now?
I'm in the Southwest in New Mexico.
New Mexico. Okay. Got it. So we're just sending you better energy right now so that shows up for you. Makes sense?
Yes. Could you do a clarity on the resume? For some reason, I have a real block of sitting at a computer and updating my resume.
So you don't test block for that right now, and your resume tests strong to going to yes. So it's a matter of how bad you want it, right? And my friend used to say, if I was going to give you $1 million at 6 a.m. tomorrow, would you be at my house? And of course, the answer is yes. I'd be there at 6 a.m. Right? I'd probably be there at 5:59. Right? So it isn't a matter of, well, I don't want to I'm blocked on doing my resume and I don't feel like doing that. It's like, no, that's the catalyst to getting you to where you want to be. I had a client tell me today, it's kind of funny, Jack LaLanne opened all the fitness centers, and he is a really strong, awesome guy. And he used to say, I don't even like working out. I like the results. So that should be you. So I get it. I got a ton of support people, thank God, and a manager and people that do IT and all that. I couldn't care less about any of that. But if I was going to update my resume and that was the catalyst to get to that next position and that job, I'd get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're there now and you test really strong right now. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kate. And thank you very much, Jimmy.
You bet.
Melissa, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm unmuted now. Thank you, Mansa.
You're welcome.
Okay. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, how are you?
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe I was doing okay till I was listening to the last, especially in the beginning with the guinea pig part, because I kept testing no to everything. Like, not me, not my body, not clear. And I just tried it again after what you did. And I still keep getting no, but I feel like I'm stronger that way. My question, like, I kind of had some of the same questions. I've been on a journey. I've doing healing work. That's just been a natural that came to me as a child. Okay. But I've been feeling drawn to mediumship for some reason. And I also feel like I'm drawn to reach like a larger audience, like more people, like not the one-on-one anymore. But I kind of what my question is I've felt for a very long time that there's some kind of interference in keeping me from reaching the world, so to speak. And I have done oodles of daily, for decades, conscious, deep shadow soul work. And like things just keep happening that just don't seem, I won't go into a lot of details, but I had 3 books that I had written, and they got destroyed before I could get them to the, all the work to, and just a lot of things like that. So it just feels like there's a lot of interference, but I would like to get really clear on it. Is this just me holding myself back? Because I know there is some aspect of that. Because I don't know, even like last night, I hurt myself twice, cracked myself in the head, and did something to my left knee today. Like, so well, I know there's
so I'll stop you right there and just say that happens all the time too. I helped a workman guy last week against my own better intuition, and we picked up these giant board things and moved them, and I tweaked my left knee. I thought I blew it out entirely. So now it's better, but there's a lot of stuff I'm not meant to do, right? And I think sometimes things happen. I don't get that you don't test as any blocks right now. After that last clearing we did, we programmed it for everybody on the call now or in the future. But I think you have feelings about that. I don't even get mediumship for you. I think you're a healer. And I don't worry about you not being in your body. I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not in my body. I'm putting somebody back in their body so we can at least test live on the show so that they get the sensation of going forward, back, or in between. I think the majority of the day, it isn't that I'm not in my body. I think that I'm in a radius probably at least, well, let's ask, spirit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 feet in diameter, all around every direction. That's where I'm at right now. So it's kind of funny, right? So, and that's okay, because that's just kind of what I'm used to. But you have feelings about being blocked. I don't get that you're blocked per se. And as far as it being you and always you, it's always you, right? I saw my mentor at LA Fitness a couple months back, and I said to him, Lou, how are you doing? And he said, I'm fine. And if I'm not, I'm running for the mirror. And I just thought that was so funny. It's like, I want to hit you right now, right? It's like you can't even say hello, or, yeah, the weather's nice. I had to always think about what did he just say and why, right? So his point is, even as powerful as he is, and he looks like Jesus, and you can feel him walking in the room, he's that guy, right? And so when you think of it in those terms, and even he's like, hey, what's going on with me personally? But I think you're caught up in feelings more than anything. You're feeling like you're blocked. You also feel very stuck in the past. Remember, Louise Hay used to say that may be true for others is not going to be true for me. So each day you have to look at it as a different page. Or now, Melissa, in chapter 17, we launch whatever it is, fill in the blank, right? But to sit around and even look at all the past stuff, Joe Dispenza always says all that stuff in the past is called so what. And I like that, because he's not being flippant. He's just saying you've got to really stay out of all that stuff in the past. If I told you about my childhood or my marriage or anything like that, it's enough to make us both cry. But I don't look back on any of that now. I'm just like right here and barely leaning into the future. And like I say, about 7 feet in diameter in every direction. When you come at things from that, it's more of a sense of power. But if you want to stand up now and rock some things out, or if you got a pendulum or whatever method you want to use, we'll change things for you so you get the feeling.
Great. That would be awesome. And I'm standing up.
Oh, good.
I'll rock
Yeah.
out that.
Yeah. So we'll just say that. I feel like I'm being blocked. See if you go yes, no, or in between now.
I feel like I'm being blocked. Okay, correct. I got to know. I went back.
Right. But see, here's an hour ago. It'll pull you forward to yes.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that
sure.
Funny?
I'm sure, because
that, right?
just in your conversation.
Right.
Yeah, well, I felt like I was letting go and clearing that just while you were sharing your story. That was, like I was clicking in on that.
Yeah. But you see what I mean? And so that's how I play in the timelines, because I want to make sure, because if you tell me there's a bear in the cave, I want to make sure it's not a lion, right? So if we go back an hour ago, you felt blocked, you were caught up in your feelings, but right now you're like, bam, going forward. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. It does.
So you test out 1,000,000% better right now. It's really good.
Yeah, I feel better.
Good.
So can I get some clarity then on moving forward into the healing work and like what might be
Yeah,
my next step? Because I'm sorry, I was just going to say part of my problem is it's kind of like when you were talking, I just feel like you, I get ideas like constantly, and I have all these ideas and I can see them play out. And then there's so many, I'm like, wow, it's overwhelm. Which way do I go? What direction? Right.
Yeah.
So can you kind of help me with that?
Yeah, of course. And I would give you discernment, direction in your life right now. We're going to ask for the very highest and the very best to show up for you right now, and for Spirit to show you the simple, deeper way. And I changed all those to yes. You'll feel the pull forward now.
Yep, just got it.
There you go. So we're sending this energy to those that haven't figured it out yet. It's no different than sending a group text or an email attachment. You wait for a second and then boom, it's there. And so how cool is that, right? I'm still like a 5-year-old kid playing with it. So very cool. But we'll see that that shows up for you. I even keep a little, legal pad at my nightstand with a pen. I might get up in the middle of the night and write down this, that, or the other thing. Hell, in the morning, I can't even barely read it, right? But as you get this flood of ideas or information, you can even say to them, hey, show me the simple way. Show me the way, in fact, that's going to benefit the absolute most people. How cool is that? So put Melissa right out of it. Yeah, put Melissa right out of it and say, Great Spirit in the sky, show me and tell me in a simple way what's going to help me help and contribute to the most amount of people. Make sense? That's going to take you further than anything else. You take the focus off of you. Hopefully you can hear that.
So,
all right.
Yeah, we don't.
There you are.
Anyway.
That's okay. Yeah, she got the message. Melissa understands.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yes.
And thank you very much, Jimmy. We'll continue with the questions. Just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about the free gifts we are offering. And I'm sharing the links on the chat box, both on Zoom and YouTube. Also, the links are on the live events page, later on the replay page. And also, they are available on YouTube video description. So the first one is supporting women and honoring goddess energy. Would you like to share about that?
Yeah, so that is something that we had recorded previously that's incredible. And I believe that's the Zoom event we spoke about. And really, that was a contribution. We do a Zoom event every month. And so everybody kind of contributes like a potluck supper. And they'll put in, we call it 3 wishes for the genie. And so you can imagine have 100 people on there, you wind up with like 300 different pieces to clear and to really emphasize and gather up that goddess energy and inspire people today. For those that are the men folk, you can always go to jimmymackhealing.com. You sign up for a newsletter, they'll get the fish kit there. And that's my liquid fish kit, which shows you exactly how to actually do what I'm doing now. There's all kinds of things that are interesting in it. And it's all things to read, watch, and listen to as well.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much. And yeah, everyone, if you don't see the second, the liquid fish link, you can, on the live events page, just refresh that page and you will see it as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Jimmy. And yeah, everyone, I recommend that you get these gifts. And like I said before, I really love Jimmy's healing work. It's really powerful. I'm always impressed by his work, and I seek his support and guidance whenever I really need it. And it's been very, very, very helpful to me. So I'm glad he's here with us and sharing his gifts and his time with us. So wonderful. Let's see. We have Violet. Can you please unmute yourself?
Thank you, Monsef. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My question is about lower back pain. So I have, I would say, chronic lower back pain, and I was wondering if you can help me with that.
Sure, we'll do what we can. Are you able to stand up?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to face north. You want your feet about hip width apart. And if you just say, my name is Violet, you should feel a slight pull forward for a yes.
My name is Violet. Yes.
Good. Yep. And if you say, my name is Nemo the fish, you should feel the pull backwards for a no.
My name is Nemo the fish. Yeah. Backwards.
Excellent. All right. So put your hands wherever your low back bothers you. And what I find is people feel either unsupported or it's about money. You're not feeling unsupported. This is about money. And that's after if you've had MRIs, x-rays, been to the orthopedic guy or the chiropractor or whatever. If it's forever going on about that, it's really about lack of money in some way or financial loss, that sort of thing. But that's okay. We'll just say this area of my back is weak and see if it pulls you forward.
This area of my back is weak. It's kind of, I don't know. It was kind of doubtfully swaying with a very, very short amplitude, and then it went slowly backwards.
Okay, good. So that's us taking it out while we're talking about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't get blocks to your healing. I don't even get weakness in the back, but the strength is only at 10, 20, 30, 40. It's only about 50%. So we're going to strengthen that now. And all I'm doing is tracing the fish and going 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now it's going to pull you forward harder.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll feel it pull, 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 and it'll bring you back to neutral when it's done. And you let us know when you get back to a place of neutrality. Good.
Okay, I'm almost not yet. I'm almost falling
over. Yeah. And that's us sending you the energy, Violet. You understand. And what we do in all this and playing in this, we never know what we're going to get. You could have a great night tonight. It might take a few, 3 days. We'll see. It definitely get your back is inflamed. I'm releasing all that, all the inflammation, all that's going on with that. But it definitely centers around finances and money, more so than you don't feel unsupported as no, but financing and money is what tests the strongest for you.
Right.
And people also either test for, like, I'm ice, and you're not ice, you're not even really heat, you're intermittent. So I'd be going from ice maybe for a little bit, 10, 20, 30, about 40 minutes of ice, and then nothing, they're saying, and just kind of let that,
40 minutes of ice on the back.
Correct. Yes. Up to 40. Yes. Or at least until that melts. That's going to take you a long way. And then the heat is about 1, 2, 3 hours later. So it's unusual, but that's what shows up for you. I'm just telling you what they're whispering in my ear. So that's going to take you a long way.
Heat?
The heat's the same, 10, 20, about 30 minutes maybe. And again, not scorching heat, just warmth, And you got to psych yourself out too, Violet. And you got to say, I just see all this getting better and better. I'm going to feel better. I'm on the mend now. Things are getting better in my life. And you almost want to psych yourself out towards that. Have you been to the chiropractor, acupuncturist, orthopedic people?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I was actually doing other things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you test really strong for a good chiropractor. They're going to use a clicker, a little activator on it. They're going to move stuff all around. Bone, muscle, ligament, tendon, joint. You have joint stuff going on, real shock. It doesn't test sciatic. It tests more what's called SI, joint area.
Yeah.
And that's what you got going on. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does actually have in my right hip.
Right. And it's really up above your butt a little bit. So it runs through there, if that makes sense. That's what they're showing.
But that's the chiropractor.
So. Yeah, that tests really strong for you. You don't test strong for acupuncture, orthopedic people, or a regular Western deal. You test really strong for a good chiropractor. I tell everybody I'd like to find one if you can that uses the activator clicker. They also, if they muscle test, I'd rather see somebody that does muscle testing where they push on your arm. All they're looking for is weakness or strength. And like I spoke of earlier, all I care about is knocking out that weakness and downloading more strength. The guys that don't use that, we kind of jokingly call them pop and pray. So will they help you? Yeah, they'll really help you. But somebody that knows how to do that, it's going to be much more accurate, and it'll probably last longer too if you go to somebody who knows how to do that. Okay.
Okay. I really hope can find someone in the area. And what about? And by the way, I'm back in neutral already. You already know that, of course.
That's where
what
you
about,
should be.
Yeah. What about do I need to take any steps? Regarding the financial bit in it?
Well, I mean, anything you can do to kind of release the past and stay out of that's going to help you. But anything we can do to get you geared up to maybe make more money, I'm going to send out to everybody right now that, my money monthly vastly exceeds my expenses and my debts. A lot of people on the call that are weak to that. So we're strengthening that too. You're standing there now to pull you forward to yes now because we changed it.
Yeah, it's forward.
Yeah, there you go. Makes sense in a weird way. I know it's out there, but that's what we're doing. And it's going to make a big difference for you. So, yeah. And you really want to be producing and get out there and make some money and keep things moving. If you do that, you'll feel infinitely better. I was in a car wreck many, many years ago. And boy, it hurt. My low back hurt for the longest time. And when it was resolved, and we got the check and everything was done, my back improved within 24 hours, about 50%. By the end of the week, it was infinitely better. And now I had done every kind of healing, everything you could ever do, but it was so intermingled with lawyers and money and insurance and the car and blah, 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 and the story, right? So extract yourself out of whatever this past story has been all about money and finance, and let all that go, and let's start anew. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, we're glad you called in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Violet. And thank you very much, Jimmy. And Tanya, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, Mansef. Hello, Jimmy.
Hi, Tanya.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
So I finally moved house, but I still haven't found where to live. So I'm in temporary accommodation provided by council at the moment with my son, and which gives me, I'm trying to kind of surrender and just go with the flow and situation. And I know that my house will find me, or, I try to believe that my house will find me, but still, the anxiety is creeping sometimes, and kind of I let it go and then it creeps back. So today I've been feeling a bit kind of not fear of making a wrong choice or wrong decision, but some sort of sadness, and I don't know why. Is it?
Yes. So I don't even get the sadness is even yours, but I mean, if you go online or look at any of the news, there's plenty of sadness out there, right? So I think you're intuitively picking up on a lot of that, and it's not even yours. So I would just let that go. There's so much to be thankful for, right?
Yes.
So it's a house you're looking for right now. You want a better house?
Apartment.
You
I
what?
want house, but if I get apartment, I will have to agree to it.
Okay. Yeah, apartment test really strong for you. I don't even care about where I live anymore, as long as the roof doesn't leak and I got utilities and everything else. You know what I mean? So we're just kind of going through it. House test a little weak for you right now, but a decent apartment would be nice too. So make sense?
Fine with me.
Yeah. You want to stand up for a minute? We'll bring in some better energy for you. Okay, good. Yeah. And so let's just bring in, I'm just going to go bigger for you and everybody on the call now or in the future that would like to change residence or have a better home, apartment, condo, villa, whatever it is they want to do. Let's just strengthen that for them all right now. It's going to pull you forward when it comes in. You'll feel the pull forward when it shifts. We're doing this for you more than anybody else. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Feel that?
Yeah.
Good. And we're just asking Spirit to kind of clear the way for you so that things will show up when you least expect it, right?
Yep. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome. Yeah, we're glad you called in. Thanks for calling in live.
Thank you so much.
Video and all that. Yes, we'll help you anytime we can. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tanya. And thank you, Jimmy. We have a caller on the phone. Phone number ending with 2917. Can you please unmute yourself? Yeah.
Hi, Jimmy. This is Julie.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good. I live in Florida, so I just went through the hurricane too. So I've seen you before in person in Tampa. I've been there to see you to get a test.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Sarasota.
Sarasota. Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
And,
good.
There were a few things I wanted to talk about, but I'm only going to do one because I know you've got other people
Okay.
to talk to.
Well, thank you.
I'm being kind. I'm being very kind to me and you, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, I was working out. I work out every day. I'm very physically fit. I have a very strong body, and I like to do P90X. Have you ever heard of
Okay,
that?
I know what
That's
that is. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good.
Okay, I was doing my legs, and I went to do my step back lunges, and I had heavy weights in my hands, and all of a sudden I lost my balance. I did not fall, but my butt cheek caught me. You know what I mean? Like not on the floor, but like I twisted and like I didn't fall, but I felt it instantaneously. I go, oh crap, that hurt.
Yeah,
know what I
that
mean? So I put the
you're
weight
like
on.
you were like, this was bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But had I fallen, I could have broken something, and I don't have insurance or money to go to the hospital or anything. So I quickly just dropped all the weights, put them all down. I go, I'm just going to finish my workout without any weights. And I hardly did any, like instead of doing regular lunges and stuff, I barely went down just to make sure I didn't hurt it any worse than it was. And then I've still been able to work out. I never had to not work out. I put ice on it right away. Ice heat. And now 2 weeks ago, my right arm, like tendonitis or something, like my elbow, everything is like inflamed for no reason at all. I'm like, what is going on? And then today I was walking around in the grocery store, and all of a sudden it felt like someone hit me in my knee. You know what I mean? And I'm like, something's going on the right side of my body, and I don't know why, but I think it might be money. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it tests pretty strong about money. I'll tell you this, though. I was on a call many years ago with Cam Yuen, and anytime you have what you're describing, which is my knees hurting one day, then my butt, then my elbow, that's a traveling pain, and it's all about indecision in life. So what's going on with you that you're indecisive about, whether you're living somewhere, lover, work job, career, what's your real status when you think of that?
Pretty much everything. I just don't feel satisfied in my life.
Okay,
you know
so
I mean?
there you go.
I'm not doing anything that I really love except for working out. I love to work out, and I need to get a job and everything, but nobody's hired me. I've been on interviews. Nobody's hired me. So I just keep going. And I'm working out. I mean, last time I talked to you, I don't know how long it was, maybe a year ago, on a call, I was suicidal that day.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you're still here. Yeah.
Yep. I did not kill myself, but I almost did that day. Had I not spoken to you, I probably would have.
Wow.
But now, the way I get myself out of that, I don't suffer from depression. It's what's going on in my life. And it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not going to go do a story. But working out takes it out of my head.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So
listen, I know. I go to LA Fitness every morning when I get up and get going.
Yeah.
7 days a week. For real.
Takes me out of that crap.
Yeah.
That recording thing that's going on in my head, you know.
Well, let's have you stand up, face north. You're in Sarasota, so face towards Clearwater. And let's just look for indecision and just own it and say, I feel like I'm caught up in indecisiveness. See if you go forward, back, or in between.
up in indecisiveness. Truth. Forward.
Yeah. So we're going to release that, resolve it, delete and erase it. Any words you want to say or nothing at all. Disentangle it all out of her now. Pull her straight back when you've taken out all the indecisiveness. Thank you.
Okay, I went back.
Excellent. And it'll bring you back to neutral when it's done.
Okay,
And
I'm
let's
done.
give you what we gave the first caller too, which is discernment and direction in my life, and see if you show up.
And I've
forward,
also
back,
been
or in
tired
between.
too.
Tired, yeah. Okay. I believe it.
Probably
Yeah.
from working out so much.
Well,
But
I
think
don't
it's
even
more
think
because
that.
No, I think it's because I don't have a passion in my life. You know what I mean? Like I want to find something, even if it's volunteering 1 second a week that I'm passionate about. I would.
Yeah. Well, I would say too that when you say that, really the feeling I get is you have situational depression. You're not depressed per se, but you are depressed about your current situation, if that makes sense. So then we just go, oh my gosh, I just want to lay down here in a fetal position or on the bed or whatever. So let's get you out of all that, which is situational depression. Anybody that's on the call now or in the future can relate to that. We want to release it off of you too. I just changed it. It's going to pull you back when it releases.
Yes, it pulled me back.
Good. That's excellent. And so that's what we're doing. We're just playing in the field together. It can make all the difference in the world. But I would tell you, forget about volunteering for a little bit. Go get any job. I don't care if you're in charge of Sarasota Beach and bringing the lawn chairs up off the beach or whatever. Go find anything, you know, the Walmart greeter. I don't care what you do. But I think if you did something, anything. Oh, and they're showing me too, like, you know, St. Armand's Circle, all around down where you're at, Sarasota, even a little shop where you could work part-time maybe. That would be nice. I just see you kind of selling whatever trinkets, and it can be old Florida kind of stuff, or jewelry. They're showing me very inexpensive jewelry and that sort of thing. Surf shop, that's great for you. Anything like that. Does that make sense? So
I've never worked in anything, but I have worked in a fine jewelry store. I have done mediumship stuff before and psychic work before, but I haven't done it in years because it never made me happy. You know what I mean? It made me super depressed, worse. You know? Yeah. Well, but I still do. I run people's bars every once in a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Access. Yeah.
But I'm not in Access. I haven't been in there a long time, but I still know how to do everything. But I charge a lot because I don't just do that when I do it. I do all kinds of other stuff, but it's not enough for me to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like once a month. Yeah. Or twice a month, you know. And
well, that's why they're showing me the jewelry, because you sold jewelry before. But I just think if you got out there and did a little bit of anything, you'd be feeling a whole lot better about life. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Literally.
I think so too. I think so too. You know, definitely.
Yes.
Because it'll get me out and about.
Yeah. And it gets you something to do. And you go, oh my gosh, I got to be at work by 3. Gives you a little mission. It keeps your head out of the game of boo-hoo-hoo, I feel depressed, right? Forget that. Yeah, but if you're moving and you got to prepare to go to work or come home or prepare meals or times or any of that, then you stay pretty busy in your head. And, you know, that's going to help you out a lot. And it's going to keep you out of poor, pitiful me, right?
Okay. So
that's where you need to be.
Like having more
I
energy?
just changed that. You should feel more energy right now. It'll pull you forward when it comes in.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Feel that?
Yeah.
That's energy.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Well, we're glad you called in. Yeah.
Thank you for the year ago that you saved my life.
That's amazing. That warms my heart. Thank you.
Did not even know it.
Didn't know it. Yeah. Take ego out of it. Believe me,
I told you I was suicidal, and I said, but I am choosing to live. And you said, you're lying. You don't want to live. That's what you said to me on the show. It's recorded. And it just like broke me when you said that.
We changed it though. We changed it so you do, so that you're aligned with the statement, right? Yeah.
Good.
That makes sense.
I I truly do want to live now.
That's
you know,
yeah,
had
test
nothing to do
strong
with
now.
me.
Now I believe you. Yeah.
Now
But-
it's just fighting for my life to stay here. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready. What can I do?
You'll get there.
But
You'll get there.
thank you.
Yeah, you're still here. You still got a mission. Okay. Thank you.
I certainly do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're glad you called in.
Yeah. Thank you, Judy. And yeah, thank you, Jimmy, also. Let's see. We have a question from Sarah. She writes, I was hit by a truck as I crossed the streets, and she's asking for energy of 5 major accidents. And
Wow.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, if you've been in that many accidents, that tests as themes of loss for me. So I'm going to release all that now. We're just going to take all that out. And now it's gone. Learned all the lessons she needed to from these themes of loss is no. And I'm changing that to yes. And then being caught up in themes of loss still serves her as yes. And we're going to release that to a no. And there it goes. So that's going to take her a long way to stop being involved in that, right? Good, good.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Manisha, can you please unmute yourself? Manisha?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, unmuted myself. Hello, Monsef. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much, Monsef, for having Jimmy on today. I
It's my
have had
pleasure.
a session with Jimmy on Skype for master testing. Jimmy, I'd be very grateful if you could please help me remove blocks to receive abundance in all areas of my life, please.
So can you stand up now?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
standing now.
So let's just say that I feel blocked when it comes to abundance in all areas of my life. I said it for you. Let's see if you go forward, back, or in between.
I went forward.
Yeah. So we'll release and resolve all those.
Mhm.
And it'll pull you back when that leaves. We want to give them to everybody else too now on this show or the replay in the future.
Yes, thank you. I went back. Yes.
Excellent. So we're not done yet, but then we're going to learned all the lessons we needed to from these blocks in my finances.
Mhm.
And see if you go forward, back, or in between.
Yes, I'm going forward.
Good. And then the third and deeper one I would still do would be being caught up in blocks regarding my finances still serves me.
I'm going backwards on this
And
one.
so that's no, and that's fabulous.
Yeah.
So I don't get blocks now or weakness, but the strength could be a lot better, 10, 20, 30. That's about 40%. So we're going to crank that up for you to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now it's going to pull you forward harder again.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's going to pull, 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 and then bring you back to neutral once that's done.
I'm going backwards.
It's taking out anything that isn't congruent with that statement.
Going forwards now.
Yeah, and let that keep pulling, and then it'll stop in the center when it's done. You
I
can
think
let
that's
everybody know when you get
yes.
there. You're there now?
Not quite, not quite.
Okay, stand by.
Yes, I'm there.
There you
Thank you.
go. There you go. Yeah, excellent.
Thank-
Yeah,
thank-
we're glad you called in. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Monsef.
Thank you, Manisha. And also thank you very much, Jimmy.
Sure.
We have a feedback from Sarah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I lost it. For that clearing. I couldn't believe when the last one happened. I felt I was done before it. Yes, I think themes of loss was big for me. Now that I can walk again, maybe I can get rid of clutter in my home. Blessings to you and to all.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and question from Z Bell. how do I strengthen my relocation process from being interfered with?
Yeah, so I know who she is. I don't get interference right now. Believe, think, know, or feel there's interference. So we're going to release all that interference. And if I go deeper into the really odd stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I look at anchors, it doesn't show up. The first one would be like, really issues with chaos and drama, that sort of thing, inflammation, illness, disease, disorder. Doesn't show up as that. And the second one would be like alien energy, and that's no. But the third is just straight up evil, and you definitely have that. Fourth is, we call it buoys, anything offshore we're unaware of, you don't have that. And fifth would be Wi-Fi, 5G, and all the exotic energy stuff. And you don't have that. So it's mainly evil stuff, and we're just going to release evil off of you and anybody that's listening or sees the show now or on the replay. And it's gone now. Learned all the lessons we needed to from it is no. We just changed it to yes. And being caught up in it actually still serves you. So we're going to fish all that out and release it to a no. And now it's gone. So there you go. So that could only help you. And yes, I know who you are and you're in prayers. So we'll work on that even tonight. So
yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much, Jimmy. And thank you, T, for your question. Have, let's see, a few minutes left. Maybe one more question from Liz. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, thank you, Jimmy.
Hi.
These clearings have been great, and thank you, Montef, for having him on. I was going to ask about my ankle, which hasn't been healing well, but I am getting the feeling I should ask about kind of purpose and bringing in money. I feel like I'm going in a bunch of different directions, and I'm not sure if I'm going in the right ways. So can I mention a few things that I'm doing?
Oh, sure. Yeah. And you can just be generic, you know, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, or engineering, flight school, or whatever it might be. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking of offering angel readings for people. I'm doing a gluten-free vegan cooking show, and I'm wanting to make a program to empower kids with stories and woo. But that is vague, and people just, at least where I'm going and presenting it, people like click off when I talk about it.
So, I mean, I see those in order, 1, 2, 3, just like you mentioned them. The angel card readings, that tests really strong for you. The vegan cooking deal tests strong for you. And I tell everybody, I mean, kids don't have any money, right? For the most part. So, you know, unless your uncle is McGraw-Hill Publishing out of New York, or your Aunt Oprah is going to promote your child's program or book, probably not going to happen. It's just a very, very flooded market. But if you do your angel readings and build that up, and then do the vegan kind of cooking show, even if it's on YouTube as a platform to start and go from there, those feel really strong to me.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I would start there. Yeah.
Okay. And does it feel like I can bring in the money really soon with them? Because I feel like I have a lot of I'm excited about them, but then I get these waves of anxiety or lack of self-confidence or worry or shame about past money mistakes. And
yeah, you don't really test for that. I think that's your conscious mind dragging up the past. So as much as you possibly can, you want to come to it from a place of, and in chapter 17, Liz started angel readings. In chapter 18, we started our own vegan cooking show, and they're immediately showing me some partner, somebody else. So in other words, if you could get somebody that might already have a cooking show, or that has way more personality than you or I, that could do, let's say, the vegan cooking show with you, that would take you a long way too.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yep.
And well, stand up real quick. Let's finish with you and at least work on the ankle too. And we'll bring some strength into that as well. This is going to pull you forward when it shifts. And anything around the foot or ankle is generally, energetically, it's the inability to move forward in life, right? So we want to strengthen that. I don't get weakness or blocks, but your strength is what my mother comes to and would say is tiny, puny. It's only about 20% on that ankle. So we're going to go to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. So now this is going to pull you forward. Yeah.
I'm still backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards because it's taking out anything that isn't congruent with that high of a level of energy. And then all of a sudden it's going to pull you forward.
I am still going back.
That's okay. We're taking out any of the issues that are blocking that. And then it will shift and it's going to drag you forward to yes. This is kind of like us draining the bathtub, if you will, and taking out everything that's the dirty water blocking us.
Wow, I must have a lot of dirty water in the bathtub.
Yeah, it's a lot of weakness. It's a lot of blocks you put on yourself. And all the calamity stuff, we just deleted all that too. Now it's going to shift. Now it's going to feel like it's pulling you forward.
Yeah, it at least got me to neutral and a little bit beyond neutral forward.
Yeah, now it's going to pull you forward harder though.
Okay.
There you go. And that's us straightening all that out and asking spirit to send more energy to your ankle area. Make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh, you're welcome. We're glad you called in. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks.
You too. You as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Liz. And also thank you very much, Jimmy.
Yes, of course. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's been really amazing, Carl. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
we
for
had
all the
fun.
support you
Of course, we had
audience.
fun. We always do. We go way back, you and me. So thank you for having me on. And we appreciate you and bringing things out to the world. You know, it's hugely important now more than ever. So thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much, you. And also thank you for the gifts. And
absolutely,
again, everyone, I highly recommend that you sign up to receive them. And I again put the links on the chat box. There's the free gift. First one is supporting women and honoring goddess energy. And the second one is learn how to heal yourself with My Liquid Fish Change Made Simple.
Made simple.
And
there you go.
Also the links on YouTube chat and also the YouTube video description. You'll find the two links also on the live events page and later on the replay page. And it will be also included, they will both be included on the replay email as well. So yeah, thank you.
All right, buddy.
Again, Jimmy,
thank you.
And,
bye for now.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Thanks.
Thank you everyone for joining us today, for your presence. Thank you everyone for who asked their questions. And yeah, so I'm sending you so much love and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye everyone.
Bye.